Hey guys, it's Sarah with AmericanTrucks.com, and today we have a review and install of the Pocket Fender Flares Unpainted, fitting your 09 through 18 Ram 1500s, excluding the Rebel. This is perfect for the Ram owner who's looking to add some rugged off-road styling to their Ram, as well as some protection without breaking the bank. These pocket-style Fender Flares feature a sleek black finish that you can leave as is or paint to match your truck. These flares are constructed from sturdy ABS material with UV protection that will hold up to years of abuse on the road. So as far as price goes, these come in at around $300, which are middle of the road price-wise when compared to other flares. These feature all of the style and durability of higher-end flares while saving you a bunch of money over more expensive options. I'm giving this install a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. They do feature direct bolt-up installation with no drilling required, but you may want to relocate or remove this badge right here if you don't want it to contact the fender flare. But all in all, this can be done in approximately 4 hours. So with that said, let's jump right into our install. For this install, you will need a ratchet, a T40 Torx socket, an 8mm socket, a 10mm wrench, a pop clip removal tool, and a knife or pair of scissors. All right, so the first step in our install is we need to prep each fender flare before we can bolt it onto our truck. The first thing we're gonna do is grab the weather stripping, peel back a little bit, and we're gonna start to install it on the fender flare. Just peel this back as you go. You're gonna slide the lip of the fender flare into this opening. If it doesn't want to stick, it may help to clean off the inside of the fender flare. They do provide alcohol wipes that you can do that with, but ours seems to be sticking pretty nicely. Go ahead and peel it back as you go. Press it all the way on, and then press it into place. All right, now when you get to the end, you want to grab a scissors or a razor knife. You're just going to cut off the remainder of the weather stripping so that we can do another fender flare. Next up, you're going to grab the hardware and you're going to thread it through the hole in the flare. You're gonna need a T40 Torx bit or socket and a 10mm wrench in order to tighten these down. Now these are just for decoration, so you definitely don't need to kill them. And they do have a lock nut on there, so you just need to get it nice and snug, and that should be good enough. Repeat that with the rest of the holes in your fender. Now you can repeat that process on the rear fender flare. All right, then once you get to the end, grab your scissors or razor knife again. Just cut off the last little bit. With the weather stripping in place, you can install your hardware. So if your truck has these factory mud flaps, we do need to remove them because they will not fit with the fender flare. Grab an 8mm socket and remove the 2 bolts on the inside. All right, now you can remove the Torx clip or pop clip that's holding on the bottom here. All right, at this point you can grab your fender flare and hold it up to your truck and just take notice of which bolts you have to remove. We will be reusing the 2 that hold on our factory mud flap, as well as one back here and two towards the front. Using your 8mm socket, remove the bolts that correspond with your fender flare. Now you can remove the two bolts at the front, again, that line up on your fender flare. Hold your fender flare up to the truck and reinstall the bolts that you just removed. All right, so now that we installed the front fender flare, we can move on to the rear. The first step, again, is removing the factory mud flap. Grab your 8mm socket and let's get this off. Now we can remove the clips that are holding on the factory mud flap, and once you've done that, remove it off of the truck. All right, now we can hold the fender flare up to the truck and just take note of which bolts need to be removed in order to bolt this up. It will be nearly all of them aside from one in the front, and we will reuse the two bolts holding on our factory mud flap. Grab your 8mm socket and let's get these out. With all of your bolts removed, hold up your fender and reinstall your factory hardware. That's going to do it for the review and install of these fender flares. Remember, for all things Ram, keep it at AmericanTrucks.com.